Guys, seriously, lean in for this one. What if I told you everything you thought you knew about history is just a bunch of nonsense? Well, maybe not all of it, but the part about how civilization started? Yeah, that part is completely messed up. Look at this date. 12,000 years ago. Humans were supposed to be cavemen, right? Dumb, hairy, chasing mammoths with sharp sticks, just trying not to starve. No cities, no temples, and definitely no heavy lifting. Well, prepare to have your mind absolutely blown. Because in southeastern Turkey, there's a place called Göbekli Tepe, and it has one message for the history books. Hold my beer. This place, it's the ultimate F***CKU to standard archaeology. It's too big, too complex, and way too old. Today, we're diving into the dust and mystery of the world's true first wonder. We're going to look at the massive stones, the insane symbols, and answer the question, who the hell built this and why? Let's get it. The discovery. What the hell is this? Alright, so how did we find this game changer? It wasn't some epic Indiana Jones adventure. It was actually a local farmer who kept hitting these weird stones with his plow. He just thought it was a pain in the ass. Archaeologists came, looked at it, and were like, probably just another Byzantine cemetery. Whatever. Thank God for a German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt. In 1994, he saw the site and his brain probably melted. He looked at the few visible stones and said, "Nope. This is ancient. This is a lot older." He knew instantly. And he was right. As they started digging, they didn't just find an ancient graveyard. They found this. Look at the scale of this. Imagine being the first guys to see this emerging from the dirt. It's like finding a spaceship in your backyard. It was a massive temple, or temples built 12,000 years ago. That's 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's double the age of Stonehenge. Before anyone was farming, before writing, before any of that. It's like finding a Ferrari in the Stone Age. Absolutely insane. The monoliths. How did dumb cavemen do this? Okay, let's talk logistics. How did these cavemen, who, remember, were supposed to be just hunters, move these monsters? We're talking about limestone pillars that are up to 5.5 meters tall and weigh over 50 tons. That's the weight of like 25 pickup trucks. And they had to move them from a quarry sometimes several hundred meters away, without wheels, without oxen, without metal tools. It's just brutal, backbreaking labor. To move a single one of these, you'd need hundreds of people working in perfect sync. This proves one thing. They weren't just hunters. They were an organized society. They had leaders, planners, engineers, and a workforce. They had a reason to do this. A very King strong reason. And the craziest part? They didn't just drag raw stone. Look at the artwork. These are carved in high relief, meaning the animal pops out of the stone. That's exponentially harder than just scratching an image into the stone. And these T-shapes? They aren't just pillars. They're people. You can see carved arms, hands, and belts on them. The two central pillars in each circle are massive, stylized humanoids. It's eerie, guys. It's like they were building their gods in stone to watch over them. The mind-bending question, why before what? Göbekli Tepe just says, nah, that's backwards. There is zero evidence of farming or permanent settlement here when it was built. No houses, no grain silos, only bones of wild animals. This means religion came first. These hunters, scattered across the region, would gather here for massive festivals. But hundreds of people can't just gather for months to build a temple without food. You need a lot of it, reliably. Klaus Schmidt's groundbreaking theory was this. To feed the workforce building the temple, they started experimenting with gathering and, eventually, domesticating wild grasses. They forced themselves to invent farming, to finish the King temple. It wasn't food that led to religion, it was religion that forced the creation of food. Civilization started because of a shared belief, not because of a full belly. Let that sink in for a second. That is a total paradigm shift. But wait, the mystery doesn't end with the architecture. Look at the symbols. This is the King da Vinci Code of the Stone Age. The most famous one is Pillar 43, also known as the Vulture Stone. This isn't just animal graffiti. Some researchers believe the stone is actually an astronomical map. The symbols align perfectly with the constellations of the zodiac. They think it's a celestial snapshot. And what does it map? Brace yourself. A comet strike. This is the hypothesis of Andrew Collins and Martin Sweatman. They argue that around 10,950 BC, the exact date of Pillar 43, a comet fragment hit the Earth, causing a mini ice age and a global catastrophe, the Younger Dryas. Is this a memorial for the end of the world? Are these warnings left for us? If so, these guys weren't just builders. They were master astronomers and historians. They were telling the story of their own survival in the most permanent way possible. Okay, but here's the final and perhaps the absolute maddest part of the story. Around 8000 BC, after using this place for a couple of millennia, they just stopped. They didn't abandon it. They didn't get attacked and have it destroyed. They deliberately buried the entire complex. They filled the temple circles with hundreds of tons of loose soil and rock, burying their gods, their art, and their story.
Why?
It's a total mystery. Were they hiding it from an invading enemy? Was the religion over and the burial was a ritual? Or did they decide this knowledge was too king dangerous for the world? Because of that burial, it remained perfectly preserved for 10,000 years, waiting for us to find it and realize we don't know SHD about our own history. It's like a king time capsule, but they sealed it themselves. So, yeah, Göbekli Tepe. It tells us that we've always been capable of amazing things, far earlier than we ever thought. Religion, art, engineering, it didn't wait for farming. It was inside us the whole time. It proves that human history is not a straight, simple line. It's a messy, epic journey with chapters we are only just beginning to read.